Today I spoke with my team about the Mary Kay customer experience. What is different about the way that our customers experience our business as opposed to other direct sales companies, other brands? How do they experience our pink bubble? And in doing so, are they becoming connected to us? Are they seeing us as their beauty professional, their beauty consultant? Is that happening with your customers? If someone were to ask your customers, do you have a beauty consultant? Are they going to say yes? We assume they will, but let's stop and think about that. That's what we're going to talk about. All right, without any further ado, we are going to talk today about the Mary Kay customer experience. In other words, how do our customers experience the pink bubble? Whenever I think about what to talk about, I am thinking about what's going on in our unit at the time. And we are having guest events. Out of town people, never fear, I'm going to bring this back to you. But I've been pondering how to get across the significance of the guest events, what a great opportunity that is, and why do I think that? And in the process, I've been thinking about what makes a Mary Kay customer experience different than other experiences with other brands, not just makeup, but other direct sales brands. And also what makes a customer decide that she's your customer. So ponder this. I've said ponder twice now. Isn't that funny how our brain does that? When we meet somebody, we always ask, do you have a Mary Kay consultant? Have you ever thought, what do the people who have purchased from you say when somebody asks them that? Have you done something that makes them feel like you are their consultant? And what exactly needs to happen in order to bring it to that place? Do you see my train of thought? I have had customers that in my heart were my customer. Like they have been buying from me on and off for 20 years. And I've had periods where they're on my preferred customer mailing list, and sometimes I'll take them off because they haven't purchased anything in a couple of years, but they've been to my house, I've been to their house, I know their kids, I know their foundation shade, and in my head, they are my forever customer. But I will hear through the grapevine that someone at a party asked if they have a Mary Kay consultant. Oh, no, no, I don't have a consultant. And it just baffles me. And I realize that you can't ever take it for granted. You need to be making that connection in a very real way over and over. And it's super important. And there are some customers that I know are with me for life, but it's just something to really think about. So anyway, in Mary Kay land, officially someone is your customer when you sit down with her and she tries the skincare and makes a skincare purchase with you. She is then your customer, as long as she stays on the skincare. That's pretty specific, and it's specific for a reason to help clarify things. But I have a lot of customers that aren't on the skincare that I consider great customers, that I consider my customers. Not everyone wants to go on the skincare program right away. So I've always kind of struggled with that interpretation, that explanation. To me, I feel like when she thinks of me as her consultant, that's when she's my customer. And the process to get there, if you think about, if you're doing everything the way Mary Kay lays it out, that should always be the end result. So, for example, You have someone who wants to try the product, you're sitting down with them, or you're doing it virtually, or you mail the sample. But the thing is that you're following up, you're finding out what they thought about it, you're hearing their concerns, you're addressing them. So if the foundation was too light, you're getting them something else. If the skincare wasn't quite right, you're having them try a different line. If they didn't like the lipstick, you're finding a different shade. You are working with them until they're satisfied. Ideally, the first experience with your customer is a skincare experience, because we all know how important it is to have great skincare. That's always been our foundation. So she's experiencing you face to face. She's experiencing the product. Probably she'll make a purchase at some point if you have good follow up and follow through. You should always offer a second appointment or a second opportunity to try, because we have such a vast array of products. If she's trying skincare this time, then you want her to try color next time, and vice versa. And how we try to get it from just a one-on-one to a party is that we say, explain how we get together initially to try skincare, and that we also would like to follow up with a color appointment and show some customized color just for her. And if she'd like to share that time with friends, that she could also earn some things free. There's lots of different ways that you can spin that. But the idea is that you've met with her in person, she's tried the product, she's learned to trust you, she's made a purchase, then you're going to get together with her again, hopefully with friends, not always, but usually you'll get together a second time. You've got her on your preferred customer mailing list, so she's seeing something coming in the mail physically from you with your name on it. Hopefully she's in your VIP customer group on Facebook. You find out her birthday. That's what the customer profiles are all about. We get their birthday information and their skincare background. Send her a birthday coupon or a birthday greeting, or acknowledge it in some way. That's another opportunity for you to make that connection. When holidays come around, you'll have some kind of holiday something. If not an open house, a special, an online something. We'll figure something out. And she'll be part of that, and she'll feel again like she's part of the inner circle because she got to be part of that holiday thing. And so through all of those steps, can you see how that really solidifies the relationship? If somebody says to you, I heard you sell Mary Kay, can I get an oil-free eye makeup remover? And you're like, yeah, sure. And it's $17, and you put it in a bag and you get the money and you see ya. And there's no follow-up. She doesn't try anything else with you. You don't put her on your preferred customer program. You don't find out her birthday or add her to your VIP group. She's not going to consider you her consultant. There's a big difference. And that is something that is really different between us and many other direct sales companies. They are just going for the sale that night. They are looking for the big numbers. They want 20 people at that party and they want to sell a lot, and then they're moving on to the next party. Whereas we want a relationship. We want an ongoing service type relationship. And when you hear your customers say something like, I saw on TV this new retinol product and I thought, I need to talk to Michelle about that. When they start talking to you like that, you know that you've made it. They consider you their beauty expert, their beauty consultant. And that's a good place to be. That's your goal, to get there with all of your customers. Something that helps you get there that much quicker is when you can bring someone to a guest event. Picture this. She's coming with you. She's meeting other Mary Kay friends. The environment is positive and friendly and fun and light. She's trying the products. She's not only hearing about Mary Kay philosophies and the 100% satisfaction guarantee and maybe a little bit about Mary Kay the lady from you, But there's other women and personalities, and things come up and are discussed, and in the conversation that's kind of buzzing about. So she's hearing even more than she might if she were sitting down with you one on one, and she's hearing it from more than one person, which really validates it. Maybe you've given her a little gift for her time. It's sort of like a date between the two of you. Maybe she won a door prize. Maybe you're giving her a coupon. She's probably going to make a purchase if she's taken the time to come and try. She's likely going to love something and make a purchase. She's not obligated to, but I'm just saying that you can see kind of in one fell swoop, you're exposing her to a whole lot of that pink bubble. She's being inundated very quickly. And when she leaves, if someone a week later says to her, "Do you have a Mary Kay consultant?" she's going to say yes. She just took me to this really cool event and I won this prize and I tried this moisture mask and I loved it. You've got to try it. You see what I'm saying? So a guest event is so much more than just an opportunity to sell. It's an opportunity to bring someone into the pink bubble, to bring your customer and inundate them, just kind of have them be overflowed or, overcome with all of the things that make us unique and wonderful. And that is that we support one another. That's a big thing. It is hard to find a group of women that are not catty and critical and backstabbing, but that are constantly, you can do that. You can totally do that. You know what? I've got a great idea. How about you try it like this? And where we're just supporting each other and loving on each other. And where if I don't have a customer, I'll get your customer a cup of coffee. People are amazed by that. And again, that further solidifies that feeling of, I want to be part of this. I want to belong to this group because this is a good thing. I want to be part of this thing because it's a good thing. So anytime that you have an opportunity to bring a guest to an event, you really should make an effort to do that. Now, I know that a lot of you are not sure that you want to work this like a business, or you're not sure how many hours you want to work it, and that sort of thing. But this is what's different about a guest event, is that at that event, you are learning about those products. You can perhaps try the products. You are getting to know your sister consultants better and maybe learning a skill or two, all while you're establishing this relationship with your customer, most likely making a sale, very possibly going to book a party from that because I do that for you. I talk about that for you to sort of help you through. And when she comes back again, guess what? That person is very likely going to sign up and be on your team, because the reason she came back is because she loved that experience and she wants it to keep going. And that's when we can say, we would love to have you be part of our team, because we would. Pardon me. My nose always gets runny when I do this. It's funny. So anyway, when you think, I don't know anybody to ask to a guest event, my mind goes blank. I just can't think of a single person. We need to flip that, because we are surrounded by people every day. And if you need to, it's time to sit down and just, without limiting yourself, just start brainstorming and writing the name of every woman that you can think of, honestly. Even if it's just like the lady that I always go to, her line at Meijer or something. But we all know lots and lots and lots of people. And here's the thing. All of those people know lots and lots and lots of people. And so you will learn how to casually invite someone to join you for something like this. And when she's there, ask her for referrals. And then you've got more people to bring to the next few events, and on and on. When you really get a handle on the fact that everyone in your life is a potential source of referrals. She could be a customer, she could be a hostess, she could be a team member, she could be a prayer warrior and support you that way, or she could just be a social connection. It could just be that because you know her, you met her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law becomes one of your best customers. When you start thinking like that, and realize that those people all know literally thousands of people. We know way more people than we think we do. Then it goes from, I don't know who I could possibly ask to an event to, wow, there are opportunities galore, because there really are. And the way you think about things has everything to do with how you behave and the choices that you make and how your follow through. So I can't stress enough that when you have the opportunity to bring a guest to an event, that you really want to jump on it, especially because usually there's a theme or a giveaway or a prize, or there's something extra that you can kind of fall back on, like, margaritas. Everybody wanted to come for the margaritas, but whatever that is, use it, because we throw a little something else in there to have the little extra pull. Nothing wrong with that, okay? And when someone is doing that for you, you want to take advantage of that. And so that's not just when I do something for you, but for those of you that are out of town, you can be part of another unit. Here's another thought. You can be your own event. You can do the same thing that I just did. The margaritas and masks was going to be in my home with just a couple of my customers, and it just kept growing because it just coincided with COVID, people starting to be able to socialize, and my team had gotten together. We had gotten together for pizza, and we were talking about, let's start doing things. And so it just grew and grew and grew until it was too big for my house. But my plan was to just have 4 or 5 of my customers over, make a batch of margaritas, have them try the mask, play some kind of a game or something, give them a discount on the charcoal masks, because I have a gazillion of them, and call it a night. So you can do that too, right? It's actually kind of fun when you think of, well, what theme can I do? So we've got the new fall products coming out. I'm already thinking about glitz and glam and all the fun little buzzwords that we can use to promote that. We're definitely going to have some kind of glamour night because all of the products are so sparkly and fun, and utilize your own creativity, your customers, your space. If you don't have space for a party, just have one person over. I would imagine that you can have one person like at your kitchen table. That's how I built a lot of my relationships. I did have parties, but I had a lot more one-on-one facials, or maybe 2 at a time. And that works too. I was pondering today, 3rd time, that if you had an opportunity to go to a guest event every week, and you brought 1 or 2 people every week, and because of that, they are considering themselves your Mary Kay customer, think how many customers you've got in a year, in a calendar year. I'm not saying that they're all going to buy $100 of stuff, but if you consistently make that kind of an effort, that is how you grow your customer base, that kind of consistency. And if that overwhelms you, your consistency can be if you decide, you look at your calendar and decide, okay, the first Thursday of every month, I'm going to have at least 3 people over to try the skincare. And I'm going to do it every month. And I'm going to give myself that whole month to find 3 more people for the next month. If that's how you're going to do your consistency, then go for it. It'll take you a little bit longer to get a bigger group of customers, but that is your prerogative. But you want to reach out to people and have them experience as much of the Mary Kay Pink bubble as you can provide for them, as opposed to just filling their order, handing them a bag, and wishing them farewell. So I think you can see my point there. So thanks again and have a wonderful evening. Good night.